For over 15 years now, Ash and his friends have traveled through different regions. But which ones were the best? Well, this week I have my top 5 Pokémon regions. So let's get started.
The Unova region was a region many people believe made up for Sinnoh, which obviously many people hated. But despite being a better follow-up, there were downsides. Some of the Pokémon weren't as creative as previous ones, and the storyline was every other one. Evil organization wants to take over the world, and is basically young Giovanni. But upsides include 2 awesome legendaries, as well as an amazing cities, like Castelia and Nimbasa City, but no region is perfect. The Hoenn region was a much more interesting one from my point of view, but at the same time unamusing. I like the concept of how half the region is water, but it can also be a pain. But with the addition of good new Pokemon, there was also Nose Pass, and the caves, full of Zubat. But besides that, I also enjoyed the battles with the gym leaders, except Roxanne, and Nose Pass. Let's move on. The Johto region was a great follow-up to Generation 1, with tons of new Pokemon, and options like the day and night cycles and a cell phone. But of course, also starting on your journey meant sooner or later you'd have to face Miltank. Plus, catching the legendaries was a pain. So much could have been done to prevent these problems, such as the internal battery life, but because this Pokemon region was so loved, there will always be people who want to change it and people who like it just the way it is. I know that many people right now are thinking I'm crazy to even consider placing Sinnoh on this list, let alone number 2. But it's more the region in the show I enjoy because the regions are different between the show and the game. Sinnoh seemed very poor with unoriginal Pokemon designs and other features, but I like it because it brings back memories for me. I'm only 16 now, so when I started getting into Pokemon, the 3rd generation was almost over and the 4th one was coming in. So despite this region being known as the most hated, it's one of my favorites, and I love it. Number 1 on this list was an obvious choice. The beginning of it all, Kanto. Everyone loves Generation 1. While there may be flaws in it, and some like to point that out more than others, Kanto seemed perfect in every way. The people, Pokemon, cities and towns all blended in together and created our memories. It's amazing looking back and seeing how far we've come. We've grown up on Pokemon, and we can't seem to let it go. But some of us don't want to. As much as I love each era of Pokemon, nothing is better than the beginning.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, and tell me which region is the best and the worst in your opinion in the comments below. I will see you in the next video. And subscribe.